Hello Pisces and welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot. Today I'm doing a relationship reading for you. We're looking at a sticky relationship, which you have in life, and we'll get some details on that, some guidance on that. So think of a person with whom you have such a relationship, and let's see what the overall energy is of this relationship. Vanity. Probably this relationship is all about looking good. It's all about, it's a little superficial. There is not much content in it, there's not much depth in it, there is not much connection, but in the eyes of people, it gets top marks. Okay, so let's see. Maybe you feel probably some of you could be feeling that it gives you an ego boost to be connected with a person, with a specific person. And it's all about, like I said, probably you do know internally it's another thing, but at the outer level it is definitely something which looks good. Let's see what your energy is in this relationship, Pisces. We have the Sun card. See, you're very clear about this relationship. Okay, you know what this relationship is about. There is nothing hidden from you with respect to this. And the other person is Six of Coins. Now this other person always has this energy of giving and taking. They're always balancing out a certain relationship. If they give something, they take something. It's always like reciprocatory, right? That kind of energy this person has. What connects both of you? Ace of Coins. And what is the crossing card? Knight of Wands. This is a relationship based on money, wealth, status, looking good, having a good lifestyle, all of that. So Pisces, probably you're very clear that this relationship does give you a good life, so to say, right? This was a relationship you got into really, really quickly. Okay, it was a very on the spur moment, a strong attraction. You kind of were drawn to this person immediately, and so was this other person, right? It was it happened really quickly. Things happened very quickly in this relationship, and there is, of course, a lot of money, status involved in this relationship, as well as the guarantee of a comfortable life with enough money to look after one's needs. So how do you see this relationship? Six of Cups. For you also, there is some kind of an emotional exchange in this. It is something you feel very nostalgic when it comes to this relationship. Now see, this relationship can be, it's not always between a partner, it's not always between a husband, wife, it's not a romantic one always. It can be from any aspect of your life, which is, causes you a little concern, or maybe makes you think once in a while. So this could be, you see this relationship in a very nostalgic manner. Okay, let me get some more cards. So, okay, for some of you it's all about commitment. It's all about marriage. And for this person, they have this strong desire for repeating something for themselves as well. See, for both of you, I get this relationship. For some of you, you could be looking, if it's for those who it's a romantic relationship, you're looking at, this is the kind of relationship my parents had. And you feel very nostalgic the way you grew up, and you feel that probably this is, it reminds me of my childhood when, my parents had that kind of a connection. Okay, it was like a good time when you were growing up. Things were fine and they were good between your parents. Okay, and it reminds you of that probably when you uh, in due course of time, you will also take this to marriage, right? For those of you where it is not about a romantic relationship, it is, I do get for most of you it is like that, but you're looking at, this is how it develops. From these two children you become these two adults. You're all looking at, taking it to marriage. And this person probably also looks at, repeating a certain cycle for themselves. Both of you've got some past connections, your personal past memories with respect to this relationship. That is very true. Sorry, that is very obvious. Okay. So something about your past is getting triggered with this relationship. Something about this person's past gets triggered up with this relationship. What do you want from this relationship? Eight of Swords. You're not clear what you really want. I think you could be, you know, see, you probably are running away from certain realities. Okay, that's where this nostalgia energy is very, very prominent. You feel that, this is how it was, this is how it's going to become, and, living in that happy space. You're, I think, evading something which is really requiring attention. And what does this person want from the relationship? Page of Cups. This person is also, like I said, strong nostalgic energy. So this person also shows a little emotional immaturity, that, this is the way things happen, and I was wishing like this, and it worked out like this. And, then the whole cycle is going to go on the way they are looking at it. I think both of you are living in your own little land, which is, very happy, which has a strong bearing on the past, and quite oblivious of, how things are now, or how things can develop later on. There's certain issues you're not addressing, because this person, I think, lacks that little maturity, and you, I think, are genuinely evading something about the past. you know um, for some of you, where you, things were not really quite good between your parents while you were growing up. Probably you feel that, with them it did not happen like that, but with me it's not going to happen like that. I will have a good, relationship with this person, because, there are certain threads which continue from childhood into adulthood, and if they are not resolved, there is, they kind of, we have not overcome them, we tend to push them back, we just ignore them. That is what this is. So don't get into that, Pisces, that, that will not happen, that will not repeat. Probably that is the internal fear you're carrying, that what if it repeats. But you keep telling yourself, you put yourself in this cloak, and you tell yourself that no, that was, that, but this is not what it is going to be. So I think you're running away from something which you feel might come true, but you don't want to address it, you don't want to look at it like that, Pisces. You feel that things are going to be different for you, but there's a deep inner knowing that you're running away from something. Okay, what is it that you're getting from this relationship? See, there is a lot of conflict. I think you're running away from something with respect to this, Pisces. See, it all looks very good, it's all very nice, very charming, nostalgic, feel good factor, but in reality there is something you're running away from. There's a lot of conflict within you, or between you or this person. Let's see what this person gets. Lovers. See, there's a lot, there are a few issues on your side, Pisces. This person is quite, like I said, he is a little immature, but, very emotional person. And, this person does see your side. Sometimes they pick it up. They might tell you, they might not tell you, but they do know that you are going through a certain conflict, you have some uncomfortable moments. They are aware of it, probably they don't really highlight it. Okay, so they get to see both sides of you. Okay, but they have more of that energy of, giving, taking, sharing, being a little open. I think you are running away from something, Pisces. At least you're not addressing it right now. Let me get some, let me get more for you. Let's see what these cards can tell us about you, Pisces. Okay. We have irritation. There comes a time when standing up and being counted may not necessarily resolve the issue, but it sure feels good when you're finally heard. There are things, which irritate you, which get you into conflict, but, and probably that it really doesn't have too much bearing on the person when you, express what makes you uncomfortable, when you express, or, stand in that light and discuss things which really don't, go down very well with you. But I think, it doesn't make any difference to the relationship. Maybe they are your own internal conflicts. When you, kind of voice them, or you really look at them in the face, they irritate you, but you feel that, what is it that you can do about it? But you know what the issue is. Sorry. It might be with you, it might be with the other person, or whoever it is. You would like to address them, but it does not go down that road very nicely, and then you land up not having it getting resolved or solved, and which causes you irritation. You want to get to the bottom of things, and clear them up, but that doesn't seem to happen. Though you do, voice those things, but it doesn't lead anywhere. That's why you constantly have this conflict. And this person, unhappiness, searching for contentment is well traveled path that can be elusive. The hunt for happiness might not conclude at the destination, but joy can be found during the journey itself. So with this person as well, they're looking, like I said, there's a little emotional immaturity with this person. They might, uh, with the star card here, they're wishing for things to pan out in a particular manner. Not, I mean, little realizing that it's not about the future, it's how you use the present. If you are happy in the present, you will have happy memories of the past, right? And automatically the future will be good because you're happy today. You know how to move around things and make them work, and get over hurdles, problems, so that you don't take them on into the future. But if you feel, if the other person feels that there is going to be a future when everything is going to be okay, right now let things be, that is really not the most appropriate way, because today has become your past for tomorrow. So what did you do today? Nothing. You just kind of ignored it. Tomorrow also you'll ignore it, day after you'll ignore it, thinking that someday it is all going to get sorted out on its own. It doesn't happen like that. You need to tackle things. I think you're not quite ready, and this person also is not quite ready, not because they little immaturity to deal with these things. That's what I get. Let's see what's your challenge. What's your challenge, Pisces? Queen of Swords. Maybe you've put things, in a very logical, very intellectual, and in a very cut and dried manner. You say things the way they are. Of course, they are the truth, but the Queen of Swords does not mince words, and as far as relationships go, one has to choose one's words very carefully. Sometimes plain speaking really does not work very well. It's the harsh truth. I do understand that, but in relationships, one has to put things across very differently. Because you never know. You have to take into account your emotions as well as the other person. But your challenge is that you probably say things that you speak the truth, but you speak it in a very blunt manner, and later on realize that you wish you hadn't done that. That is one challenge which you face. Okay, and let's see what's coming up for you in this relationship. What's coming up? Where is it leading? We've got the Judgment card. You need to look back at the past. See, I've got this Six of Cups, which is a card of the past. You need to clear up a few things with respect to the past, whether it is your past relationship, whether it is the relationship you saw your parents having. Something about that, needs to be cleared up in your mind before you can proceed. See, it causes a lot of concern. There is something about your past which keeps getting reflected in this relationship, and it really bothers you. Sometimes you do voice those concerns, but it doesn't go anywhere. It continues looking good, but internally something is simmering, something is boiling. You need to kind of settle that, Pisces, before you can get some direction with respect to this. So let's see what these cards will tell us. Friendship and pay attention. So if you feel that you can talk to a friend with respect to this, it would be a good idea. And otherwise as well, when you are having that conversation with your friend, also see, is your friend telling you something which your inner voice has always been telling you? You need to pay attention to some signs, some signs you get, some feelings you're getting, which are going to get reflected in your conversation with your friend, which is going to help you really zero in on what you need to deal with, so that this relationship is not at the superficial level. The core issues get sorted out. That's one thing you really need to wrap up, clear up the past, because it's reflecting on this relationship, or maybe this relationship is reminding you of the past, and you need to heal that. You need to free yourself of that. You don't need to let it weigh on you and bother you, because it becomes a bit of a hurdle in the forthcoming relationships, right? So whatever it is, there is a strong past connection. Go back to that past, clear it, resolve it, heal it. You'll see all these things also falling into place beautifully. With that, Pisces, I'll wrap up your reading. Thank you for watching.